Yeah, night against Michigan State. It was a hard-fought game. It was watching the film. Really hard to kind of explain the last 7 minutes or so. A lot of other than the last couple of minutes when we just jacked threes, it was really good shots. It was some missed ones, obviously. We had Tommy at the front of the rim with a little jump hook. We had KJ missed 2 layups. Tommy wide open in the corner. Ben in the paint. It's just one of those nights where they throw one off the flat iron and it rolls in. But wasn't as bad as what I thought in looking at the last 7 or 8 minutes. It was a lot of really good things up until that point. We just didn't make shots. Some nights the ball just didn't go in. I mean, Ben has a night where he's 0 for 6, and 2 of them hit the rim 3 or 4 times and don't go in. So those nights happen. We took a lot of the good things from that, and I thought defensively it wasn't one of our better nights. I thought we played without attitude. That was the first time that guarding the basketball was not very good for us. I thought we laid on screens. I thought we were a step behind. I didn't think we were very physical, with screening, and that's not been us. That was something we've talked a lot about in film. So we got to clean that stuff up, and then we got out rebounded, and so that'll usually lead to a tough night. But some positives, some good things, and obviously we get Wisconsin, who's coming off a big win, and we go to Madison, and we'll announce that Merez Johnson is out and will not play for a good bit. He broke his wrist in a fall on that elite block shot that he made. He fell, he hit the floor pretty hard, and was tough enough to bounce up and just say tape it. That impacted a couple of his close misses at the rim as well late in the game. But so he will, he's in a cast, and no timeline to that at this point. And so we'll strap it up and have to move forward without his presence. So feel terrible for that young man. What an incredible play. It's one of the best I've seen in a long time, and unfortunately that injury happened. So we'll go to Madison without him.
How does that impact you as far as what you need otherwise without his presence?
We'll find out. We played a lot early. In some moments Trey White's back and healthy, and I think that Kerry Booth and all those guys are going to have to give us some opportunities. I thought early in the year we were playing Merez as his development was growing 8 to 10 minutes, 12 minutes a game, and we're kind of back to that a little bit. Obviously, you've got an elite offensive rebounder that we miss, and so guys are going to have to step up.
What do you need from Trey? Obviously, presumably a bigger role than we've seen from him in the last couple of games. What do you need from him without Merez?
Yeah, just old Trey, rebounding, guarding. That's where he was good. He had a big game against these guys last time. He got to the foul line, but it was on cuts. It was on, 1 or 2 dribbles and attacking the rim and shooting open shots. And he had his best practice in a long time yesterday, and he's finally healthy, feels good. His body weight's back up. He's in a place that I'm really, expecting good things from him.
And I know you said you want maybe in hindsight on Saturday that maybe you want to see more Dre. What would you see looking back in terms of how he could have impacted and what that could look like moving forward?
Yeah, Dre gives us stuff. Both ends of the court, especially on the defensive side. He's a pest on the ball. He doesn't lay on screens. I think his ability to get in the paint downhill, helps us at times. And the most important thing with Dre is I love his spirit. I love his attitude, and we needed that in that game. And his toughness and resilience is something that we can use.
I mean, you talked about getting in the paint. KJ talked about paint touches, even if it's a 3 at the end. How do you generate more of that?
Drive it. It's not hard. It's not hard. You can't touch guys and they're fouls. You just got to drive it. We're just settling. And I think we're 26th or 7th in 3-point rate in the country. We're 7th in 2-point rate. Our percentage is not great from 3, but that's okay. When we're offensive rebounding them at the rate we're rebounding them, that's the important piece to that. So, we've got to find the paint with those opportunities and then kick it to threes. Those are the ones that catch and shoots that we make, and then we get foul pressure. We only shot 13 free throws the other night as well. So, just got to get better at it. You got to be more committed to doing it. You got to be tough to drive that thing, and not give in to what's easy. And that's just the toughest thing.
Who has to spearhead that for you?
All of them. We've got a bunch of guys who can do it. We've done it. Kylan's got to be back to that. And Casper's owned the game early. There's a reason we made our first 5 threes or 5 or first 6 or 7. It's driving downhill. It's pace. It's attacking a closeout. It's cutting. It's everything we've always done. Is so much gets made about our 3-point attempts, but it all starts from attacking the rim. That's our number one goal offensively, is attack the front of the rim. And when we do that, we're a very, very good offensive basketball team. We're still top 15, I think we're 14th today offensively. And it's just about staying committed to the process. And you wipe out the 6 threes we took in the last couple of minutes. I mean, we didn't take very many in the second half. I mean, it's not about that as much as it is the consistent effort of driving the basketball.
What makes this Wisconsin Badger offense so good?
They're an elite passing team, and they're old as dirt. They're grown men. They're old. They're old, and they're a very good passing team. They truly don't have what I would consider a point guard. Blackwell big, Tanjay big, Klesmet, I don't know, 24 or 5. I mean, he's been around for a long time. Stephen Crowell, Nolan Winters developed into a very good player, but they're a really good passing team. And they pick their opportunities. They play with really good pace, and I think they were 20 of 22 against Purdue in layups. So you pick your poison. Everybody talks about their threes. It's their layups. It's their the combination that gets you. And you're going to give stuff up to them, and you just have to decide what that is.
This series has favored you for the last whatever part of the series. Do you see commonality year by year through how these teams match up, or is every game its own there?
I always look. I don't look at it as a whole. I look at it as a individual game by game situation. I don't have a reason. They've won the league twice, I think, in there. Greg's an unbelievable coach. I just the players have changed, the people have changed. So it's just we got to go play really, really hard, play really connected, and this is a very good Wisconsin team, and they're playing well.
Right. You talked a lot about getting whole, the idea that you don't know again when that's going to happen. How are the guys handling that? How do you need to handle it?
Oh, I'm going to rally now. I mean, we've got, it's what I do. man, I'm that Pizza Hut parking lot dude who's taken an ass whooping in my life and gotten back up. You get off the mat, I'm not going to feel sorry for anybody, and I relish these chances and these opportunities. I watched at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm watching the Kurt Warner story. I mean, Trent Green goes down. Dick Vermeil didn't cry over spilled milk. Put Kurt Warner in the ball game, and they go to the Super Bowl. Isn't that what life's about? It's about taking your blows, pulling your bootstraps up, and getting off the mat. And we got really good players, and we're going to control the controllables. And unfortunate because Perez is outstanding. Control the controllables.
How is Perez? I mean, this rest beyond that, like how's he handling this? Really coming on the back end of his freshman
Yeah,
year?
I think he's just trying to do everything that he can to make sure it's healthy and heals right. He's been dealing with so many scans and doctors and all that. I don't know if he's had a lot of time for me to even sit down and process that with him. But Perez is a sweetheart of a young guy and great personality and great demeanor, and competitor obviously. I mean, he just taped it up. And said, I'm going to go play. That's toughness. That's willing to sacrifice for your teammates. And I mean, anybody's broke their wrist, they know how bad that hurts, or had a broken body, and he goes out and plays. And doesn't say anything about it's broke. He just played. So, and my heart goes out for him because he's playing great, and I know how hard he's worked. And but that's a tough break, no pun intended.
I mean, did you know it was broken in the moment? It was that after?
No idea. He just taped it up. He came to the bench. He taped it up. He never said a word.
For some of the late game struggles, obviously you can't control shots being made or not, but how do you feel about the composure, the decision making? You've talked about toughness too. Where do you feel like all of that is at?
Got to go through it, Derek. It can't get layups. Can't get better than a layup. Got Tommy at the front of the rim with Cone Carr guarding him. Ball goes in and out. KJ makes an unbelievable pass to the corner to a shot that Tommy's going to make 9 times out of 10 when he's wide open. Getting a good shot. I mean, Tommy missed the front end of a one-on-one. You got to make those. I don't think there's composure problems. I don't think there's issues. I just, maybe in the UCLA game we got a little conservative, trying to run clock. But man, I mean, go watch the last 8 minutes. I mean, go find me other than the last couple when we were just jacking, go find me a bad one. I thought if Ben took a bad one, it was off an offensive rebound. That moment when you're 0 for, you probably don't take. Other than that, I mean, KJ dribbles into one wide open with nobody guarding him in transition. He makes that every single time in practice, and has all year. I'm not telling him not to shoot that. I think our composure's been great. I think it's a night where the ball didn't go in.
What are you seeing from Kylan offensively right now?
I thought a little bit too unselfish. I think Kylan's good when he's aggressive. He's in a mode where he attacks closeouts. He's good in ball screens. He's attacking the front of the rim, 2-foot jump stops. The one thing I don't want him to do is turn down catch and shoot threes. I thought in the last few games he's turned down a couple of those. He shoots them in practice. He's got to shoot them in a game and be confident enough he's going to make them. And that's our mentality. We got to let it rip, man. We got to go. We got to. We don't want to be we're a really good offensive team, and we have to continue to believe that we're a really good offensive team, no matter what you guys all talk about. We're a top 15 offensive team, and last year was the only team that was better. We were number 1, and so I'm not trying to avoid them reading all your guys' junk and listening to all you guys and just talk about what's really important. We're a top 15 offensive team. At a 353, we're really good. And let's just keep doing what we do.
Are you getting the sense that they're maybe losing that belief, or no?
Our last 8 halves have been terrific. It's all you guys talking about it. It's all you guys ask them about it. It's what? We're a top 15 team. Well, look at our last 8 halves. We played a bad 7 minutes where the ball didn't go in, and it wasn't a bad 7 minutes. It was just a half. The ball didn't go in, and that's the game. That's the part you can't control. We've built this whole program on trying to win when you don't, and maybe we need to do that better. You know, not give up. 8 of 9. Do that instead of. You let Tommy shoot that jump hook and Tommy shoot the corner 3, and KJ got 2 and got 2 layups. They made a good play on one. It was a goaltend. It wasn't a goaltend. They made a good play. Those are shots we live with every single day. Every day. You can't get better ones than that.
Last of the 3 Big 3 matches. Is a December game informative much?
Sure. They're doing the same thing. Playing the same dudes. Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely, it's a, you always gain something from, the opportunity to have live ammunition from a previous matchup. So they know us, we know them, and for us, we've got a lot of moving parts right now, but that's okay. We've got to go, we got to go pull up the bootstraps and go hook it up.